Page Six managed to shortly or briefly interview Bill Cosby, and during the interview, Bill Cosby had some interesting things to say about the media and his wife. So let me give you his exact statements. According to Page Six, he said, "I only expect the black media to uphold the standards of excellence in journalism, and when you do that, you have to go in with a neutral mind."
Well, I would argue actually at this point that people have been very neutral to Cosby, meaning that if you were to take the weight of the evidence, there would be one side that was predominant, okay? And I don't see a lot of the people in the official media saying he's guilty.
Yeah.
I don't see that, right? I think they go out of their way to give him the benefit of the doubt and say this is what people claim, but he's never been convicted of anything, et cetera. So I don't know what he's complaining about in that sense. Second of all, he's talking about the black media?
Yeah, let's discuss that for a second. I thought that was the interesting part. Like, I expect the black media to be neutral. Like, I'm a black guy, so you should look out for your fellow black people, right? Even though I've thrown black people under the bus several times in the past.
And even though I might have raped black people.
I mean,
Beverly Johnson's black, some of the accused are black, so I don't know that you get to make that claim, right? But you're right, Anna, the most relevant hypocrisy here is the guy who's been lecturing the black community all these years. Now all of a sudden he needs their help, he needs their backup. And he goes, remember everybody, I'm black. I'm black, remember that, right? It reminds me of Clarence Thomas, and it's a weird thing that I feel bad comparing Bill Cosby to Clarence Thomas. I don't know which way I should feel bad about that. Anyway, but Clarence Thomas, affirmative action is not needed. I mean, I took advantage of it, but I like to burn the bridge after me. And it would be one thing if Clarence Thomas said, hey, listen, it was needed, but I'm worried that it's counterproductive. That's a claim I make, right? I understand that claim, but he doesn't say that. This is affirmative action entirely. I don't need it. I'm so good. I would have made it anyway. I'm great, yeah. And you're not going to get it, even though I got the advantage of it. And then when he got in trouble, high-tech lynching.
Yeah.
During his Supreme Court hearings, he said, this is a high-tech lynching of me. Oh, all of a sudden, you're black. Okay, that's interesting. So now I would like to turn to our black media, J.R. Jackson. Okay. Now, J.R., you and I have been discussing this for about 10 years, Bill Cosby and his requests of the African-American community. With that in mind, will you honor his request to keep a neutral mind in terms of Bill Cosby?
Well, consider the way he put it. I mean, you notice he did this also when he was talking to the AP reporter, when he's buttering up in a way. So he said, you could be seen as a reputable member of the media if you cut that part out of what I just said. Remember that whole interview?
Do it for
I don't know if you were here for that.
Integrity. He kept saying integrity.
You have some media integrity. You can be seen as the right kind of media person, as a reporter, if you do that the way I want. Now, it's upholding the standards of excellence only if the black media does it my way. But again, when he's talking down to black folks, they're saying, we talked about the airing the dirty laundry talk from years ago. Then it's, you guys don't know, you're not living right. Why don't you do this? Pull your pants up, do this that way. When it's all disconnected with what's actually happening to the community. But now there's an excellence to this community as long as they're doing something for you.
Yeah.
When they're not doing it for you, when you're talking down to people, get up. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's a sneaky trick. And it doesn't work. Everybody can see what you are now, So I have not much to say about this guy.
Yeah.
JR has been restrained throughout this whole thing. Let me just be honest with you. He doesn't like Bill Cosby. Okay, never has. In fact, 10 years ago, we used to get into debates, and I'd say, well, look, man, he's trying to help in his own way, and he would say, not buying it. I want to give credit to JR's excellence in restraint. That he's not doing a victory lap right now.
He's got a lot of integrity.
I thought the entire time that he was doing the Cosby story, he'd be doing this. Okay, but he is not. Okay, credit to your excellence, Jan.
Okay, so there is a little more from the interview. Now, Bill Cosby wouldn't specifically comment on the rape allegations. Remember that more than 24 women have come forward with very similar stories of sexual assault and rape, okay? But he did want to talk about his wife a little bit and the support that his wife has had toward him throughout all of these allegations. He said the following: love and strength of womanhood. Let me say it again. Love and the strength of womanhood. And you could reverse it, the strength of womanhood and love.
Yeah, there's some chance he's lost his mind.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah. No, you can reverse it. Well, I mean, in some bizarre way, he has reversed it. Because what he did was he attacked womanhood. That's the whole thing here, all the allegations, right? I mean, dozens that we know of,
Yep.
right, that he has been charged with. So now, all of a sudden, he's the champion of womanhood. Same thing he's doing with the black community. As JR is saying, talking down to them, all of a sudden, he wants to talk about their excellence in journalism to make sure they protect him, right? And with womanhood, he's been in so many ways attacking it, literally, as literal as it gets. And now all of a sudden, he's the defender of the strength of womanhood and love, and the reverse.
I mean, it's such a serious story. I feel like a clown laughing about it, but it's such a clownish statement, especially given the allegations that we've been reporting on for weeks now. Okay,
hear me now, quote me later. There's some chance that Bill Cosby at some point does a Donald Sterling defense. When he was on one of the late night shows, he seemed incoherent before any of this broke, okay? He seemed incoherent to me. I didn't understand what the hell he was talking about. I was like, is this some sort of shtick that I'm not understanding? Like, is it my problem that I'm not understanding? This doesn't make any sense either. That the Donald Sterling defense is, oh, I lost my mind a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Right? And so he might come out and be like, oh, take pity on me, man. I don't know what I'm talking about. So that might be coming one day.
Yeah.